to Yep, Yeah, Yes with Marissa and Tamika. I'm your co-host, Tamika, alongside via Zoom, my co-host, Marissa. Marissa, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
You look great in your navy, by the way. I love that color on you.
My pajama shirt. I took a shower and put on pajamas.
Look at that.
I'm not going
I
anywhere.
like the I like the hair half back, half down. Look, oh, it's a ponytail?
Yeah, it's just a ponytail.
Oh, look at you.
It's my
With your
ponytail. It's not like a ponytail. It's a ponytail made. It's my hair made up into a ponytail.
your
People put on,
grown hair.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
their own ponytail. So
How's
anyway,
your cough?
it's still there, but it's still
Why
there.
aren't you taking your inhaler?
It's more of a rescue inhaler. So like when I get into like my eyes
When
start watering, I
it's
can't breathe. Yeah, but
yeah.
not for every cough, because otherwise I'd be not good.
Ugh,
So
okay.
anyway, today we're going to talk about Grammy snubs and accolades. As you know, last week the Grammy nominations were announced for 2021. Um,
Right.
I think the awards are in February. Typically, they're in February, so
Right.
they usually come out a couple months in advance. And so there were a lot of, as it is every year, a lot of people complain. Some people are excited, whatever the case may be. But
Right.
it's the same thing every year. Um, but I think, personally speaking, before we
Yeah.
get into a debate about it, I think the whole thing's stupid. Because
What, the Grammys or like the nominations or the
it's like the same people that are like, they were snubbed. It's like, I don't care about an award. They're faking it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you can't say one with yeah, you can't say that sentence semicolon and then the other sentence together.
Right,
Yeah, if you don't care, then you wouldn't talk about being snubbed.
right. So before we get into it, I did want to go. I did a little bit of research on the Grammys, and like, because people, I was listening to the radio the other day, and they were like, the Grammys is fake because it's white people, old white men voting on culture, and I'm like, I don't know if that's true. Like, that's very irresponsible to put out there,
Yeah.
because I don't know. It's just like everything is about race, but isn't about race. Like, you know what I
Okay.
mean? So I went and I went on the Grammy website to do a little bit of research about how the process takes place. And basically, um, you have to be like in order to be a member of the voting academy, you got to be like recommended by somebody that's already in the academy, right? And then you
Okay.
have to be within the confines of the music industry or about to embark on um, a true position within the industry, whether that's like in the studio, working for a label. Um, so it can be it can be people like an engineer. It
Right.
it can be somebody so minute that like what we used to do, like field marketing. Like
Right.
you're in it, and you got to be recommended by somebody that that's already in it, and they have to have strong ties. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. Okay.
But you got to be in the industry.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So that was like that's where it comes from. Now we don't know specifically who these people are. The names have never been published. However, people say, yeah, I voted, or I got my nomination. People say it on their own,
Yeah.
but it's like a lot of industries. Like, you don't have a list of the people that are members of the
Right.
organization. They're just, which is, I guess that's fair in a way. In a way, I don't know.
Well,
But
to a degree I see it's fair because then it's like blind voting. You don't it's not like to a degree a popularity contest, but at the same time, how do we know what the representation is?
right. It's weird, but that's how you know that's how they make their decisions. And then I did find like a chart, so I'm going to pull up the chart
Okay.
on our um on our thing. Let me just give me a second. The chart basically, excuse me, outlines um, like the process and how the nomination, like a chart flow, and how the nominations take place.
Okay.
So pull this up. So you can see like it says the rules are reviewed and updated. Entries are submitted across 84 categories. Screening committees organize entries into appropriate fields. And then the fields are broken down, the album, notes, historical package, remix, recording, immersive audio. That's one category, okay? Then we got the alternative comedy, musical theater, pop, reggae, spoken word, traditional pop, visual media. And then it says that members vote on first round ballot to determine final nominees. And then so on and so forth. Composing, arranging, engineering, producer of the year, the general field, American note. It's like everything else.
Right. American
Other,
roots,
other,
children's, classical, contemporary,
right,
international, country, R&B, gospel. Wow,
right,
that's a lot.
yeah.
World music. Okay.
And so basically, the members, according to the Academy, the categories are voted on by people in that particular field.
So hold on a second. Look at the breakdown of this flow chart, because there's two categories that don't have a two-step process. Alternative comedy, music theater, pop, reggae, spoken word, traditional pop, visual media goes straight to members vote on first round ballot to determine final nominees. Then it goes straight to Grammy nominees. Album notes, historical package, remix, recording, immersive audio go to craft committee to determine final nominees, and then Grammy nominations. Everyone else has both of those. Members vote on first round ballot, nominations reviewed committee determine final nominees, and then it goes to Grammy nominations. That's
Right. So basically, I guess what they're trying to say is that for the main ones, the producer of the
the
year, and
larger, yeah.
yeah, they have the members of the Academy all vote on who they think should be the first round, like the first round. And
Yeah,
then from that, it's broken down into a subcategory of people who
right.
determine the nominees. And I don't know, the problem with that is it based on how many? Like, say, for example, Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. It's like, say Mariah got 10 votes and Whitney got 9. Do you automatically give it to Mariah Carey based on the amount of votes she got? Or do you guys have like a roundtable discussion and come up with your, is this like the Electoral College or is this a popular
Ooh.
vote? It's like not really
Ooh.
clear. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right.
And then from
Yeah,
that, it goes back to the members from all of the categories to
right,
to determine like who the winner is.
right. In each category.
No, like all the members vote on the nominees. The
Yeah, but
nom
on each category.
No, it looks like
Members
the
vote,
la
members, but then it goes members vote on final ballot and then the Grammy Awards.
right. So I'm saying the members, the whole complete group of members are voting
Right.
on all of the nominees, not just the ones in their category.
Yeah, they vote on each category. Not, yeah.
Right, right, not their individual. So
Yeah.
it's convoluted. But the thing that I had, I'm gonna stop sharing this. The thing that I had an issue with, like I said, was people saying that it was all one type of person, but we don't know that to be true.
Right.
And so, just because you don't get nominated, it's like, why does it have to be about somebody not knowing?
The one comment that stuck out to me was and I don't know why a few people were saying that they were nominated in one category, but that's not the category that they were in. So
Oh,
I'll
that's
say, like,
Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber.
yeah, he says that he was nominated in pop, but he made an R&B album.
Yeah,
Really? He made an R&B album? Okay.
that's what
News to me.
he's
News
considers
to
it.
me.
He considers it an R&B album, and I see what he's saying because if Chris Brown was singing those songs, they wouldn't be in the pop category.
But it also wouldn't have been mixed the same way either.
Well, that's what he's saying that it was. If you listen to the instrumentation of the songs and so on and so forth,
Interesting.
because I feel like I feel like Chris Brown is more pop than
And
R&B.
R&B.
You know what I mean? And so I see what Justin's saying, but it's like whatever.
That's so funny. So the artist doesn't determine the category that they're in?
I don't know. I think they just submit their work. Well, I think the work is submitted in conjunction with their label. You know what I
Right.
mean? I was reading something where Cardi B was saying she didn't even submit her work, but she don't have to submit it.
Yeah.
Label can submit it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Can you imagine being like, I don't know, 91, talking to your great grandkids about music, talking about, you don't know nothing about these hits? Play that WAP.
oh my gosh. Well, look at, I mean, we're not 91 yet, but even like you have kids,
Yeah.
like there's songs that you grew up on that you probably blush if you were listening to it in the same room as your kids.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Even our parents, with all that metaphor that they had, you're like, I don't
But I
know.
don't even blush as much with my mom's music because it was so tame. It wasn't like
But
it wasn't as vulgar as like some of the stuff that I grew up on. It was
yeah.
like it was mild. It was like soft porn,
It was softcore. Yeah.
heavy,
It
heavy,
was
heavy petting.
HBO
Yeah,
at 10.
yeah. Cinemax at night, or what was the other one? Cinemax, and then there's the two. There's Cinemax, and there's another. Not Showtime. It's like the sub premium channel.
Like After Dark, something
Yeah,
After Dark. Oh, I
yeah.
don't know.
Cinemax, HBO, Showtime. There was another one.
Um,
Anyway, but yeah,
but
and I would be up in the middle and be like 1 o'clock, like, that's how they do it. Until I saw one of the guys from my soap operas on there, I was like, wait a second, what are you doing, bro? It was, anyway, that's another story for another day.
oh, bookmark that.
So, so let's get into a little bit of the the uh,
Yes.
the nominees. So, what category do you want to explore?
Well, since we're talking about pop, I want to go through pop.
All right, I'm gonna pull up um,
Pop, pop.
the pop solo performance. Let me share my screen again. Righty. So we got pop solo performance. We got here. Whoops. Sorry for the people that are listening. I'm not that great at this. So we got Yummy
By
by
Justin Bieber.
yep. Say So by Doja
Doja
Cat.
Cat.
Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish. Um, Don't Start Now. How you say this girl's name?
I thought it was Dua Lipa.
Well, okay, I thought so. Watermelon Sugar by Mr. Styles. Damn, sorry. And Cardigan by Taylor Swift. What are your thoughts on those nominees?
Um, okay. So I'm probably gonna get yelled at by 1,000 people. I think all those songs are boring.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I don't know. I think Justin Bieber's boring. Doja, but he's like, I don't know. He's transforming himself, I guess. But I think he's boring. Doja Cat, I think is a typical boring person, who kind of like weaves in and out of her identity. Billie
That's
Eilish,
a nice way to say it.
I think Billie Eilish is really boring. I just don't understand why she sings so low and slow. Harry Styles, though, you know what? He's just like our generation's what's his face. So
Well, this generation, because he ain't my generation.
no, that's what I meant. Sorry, this generation's uh, come on,
I have no idea.
yeah. So he's just like your typical English transplant that we have every few years. And Taylor Swift, I think, is super super boring. I think she's a mean person, and I don't know. I think she's an entitled young white lady who, whatever. Okay, next one.
Okay, best pop duo group performance. I'll let you run them down.
Okay, we have Un Dia, J Balvin, Dua Lipa, Bad Bunny, and Tiny?
Taney.
Tiny. Intentions, Justin Bieber featuring Quavo, Dynamite, BTS, Rain on Me, Lady Gaga, and Ariana Grande. Exile, Taylor Swift featuring Bon Iver. Okay,
By the
first of all,
way, did you
go
see
ahead.
did you see the post that Nicki Minaj made
No.
where she was like she lost out on best new artist, I think it was, or something like that, album of the year, whatever it was, to Bon Iver. She said to that white boy Bon Iver. Isn't Bon Iver like a group?
I'm gonna check this out right now.
But it was like that's what I'm saying, like making things about race all the time.
Indie folk band, yeah.
Why like I don't know what she was, and apparently she has a song with them. So I was like, what is she doing? She got that pregnancy hormones. It makes no sense.
Oh my lord.
So
Okay,
those are
first
the pop. Those are the pop. I mean,
yeah. So again, Taylor Swift is boring. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande are just, I don't know. They
I'm in Target 3 days a week and all day. That's all they play. You know, on that big screen.
BTS BTS, I know K-pop is on and popping right now, so pop bands will always be popular. Justin Bieber and Quavo, again, boring. J Balvin, I like. Bad Bunny, I like a lot, actually. Um, Side note, Bad Bunny,
Is that because of the Hispanic connection?
probably. Which, side note to Bad Bunny, there is a very famous transgender woman in Puerto Rico who was murdered. And she was murdered because of toxic masculinity. Murdered, and I mean horrifically murdered. She was a transgender woman who was also homeless, but very famous. He dressed in his last album, Yo Perreo Sola, in the video, he dressed as a woman, as a transgender woman, in honor of her. So I have to say what Bad Bunny is doing for Puerto Rico and that toxic culture, I have to give him credit for. But everybody else is boring. They're all boring.
Okay, so we'll move on. I mean, we don't have to go into all of these, but it's
I
just
want to, though.
okay. But I mean, there's a lot of categories. We're gonna spend the whole thing on pop,
Oh, well, no.
traditional pop vocal album. It says
Okay,
for albums containing at least 51% playing time of new traditional pop recordings.
okay. This one threw me off. Renee Zellweger?
I haven't. Have you seen the movie?
No.
Neither have I. But okay.
Okay. Rufus Wainwright. I don't know. Do we say icon or legend? So Rufus Wainwright. James Taylor. Harry Connick Jr. Okay. Bert.
I don't understand the whole pop vocal album. Okay.
But at least this is not as boring as these other two.
Why couldn't they just say traditional vocal album?
Yeah.
What is
maybe because maybe they need more categories for the other boring people that need to be held into public light.
Maybe. Moving on. Whoops. Where did I go? I went too quick. Okay. Best pop vocal album.
Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift. Boring. All boring. Get rid of it.
So now, when we talk about the people that were like left out, the snubs,
Yeah.
like, do we talk about the people that were, I don't know, like the people that were left out in terms of like pop, like what's his name? The Weeknd's complaining about, that he wasn't part of, the whole thing.
But I'm curious too, how does he feel that he was snubbed and why was he snubbed? I thought that was
I think he was snubbed. I definitely do. I mean, I'm not
But
like the biggest Weekend fan. I mean, I
I'm
know,
not either.
I know
I'm
it's
not either, but
he
it
could
was a
sing.
good, and I like the whole artistry of it all. He was giving me something. He's giving me performance art with everything. So I appreciate that.
I was reading an article and they said, "Do you know who got more Grammy nods this year than The Weeknd? Renee Zellweger, Maxine Priest, and Rachel Maddow."
Rachel Maddow.
You know they give Grammys for spoken word.
Oh, that's right, like an audiobook.
Yeah.
Oh God. Renee Zellweger. Can you imagine being Renee Zellweger and now you're a freaking Grammy Award nominee? She's almost an EGOT.
I,
The fact that we can say she's almost an EGOT, homie. She's closer than some.
than most, because not most people don't have that at all.
Wow.
I don't know. It's
I'm boring. I'm a boring human. I think I'm boring and I'm awkward
why
and
you
I'm
say
not.
that?
Oh, because I don't know. I think I'm boring. I'm boring and I'm awkward. Where are my accolades? If all these boring, weird people have like
Well,
Grammy
make some
nominations.
music.
No, because then I get snubbed like Bjork.
Bjork was snubbed.
Bjork has never won a Grammy.
You think she should?
Um,
Well, you brought it up, so you must.
yeah, well,
But you
kinda,
said it was
yeah.
snubbed.
Yes, and the reason I'm bringing it up, I'm not a fan of Bjork, but
You sure?
yes, but she's been out for ages.
Right.
She's has like a cult following, and the reason is because people love her. So it's Bjork. The fact that I am an old school R&B hip hop head, and I know exactly who Bjork is, but I don't know which one is Quavo. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I only know which one because Quavo is the one that wears the glasses.
You still know more than me.
And then I don't. What's the other one's name? Not the one married to Cardi B. Offset, not
Cardi B's
Offset. What?
Mr. B, Mr. Cardi B.
But that's not
Quavo.
Offset and
I
Take
was
Off.
just about to call
Take
him
Off.
Nacho. Oh my God.
Was it
What's
Take
his
Off?
name?
Take Off? Wasn't that it?
I think so.
Whatever. My mother's watching this. Like, what are you? Who are y'all talking about?
Exactly.
And my
Exactly.
dad, who decided to binge us yesterday, I was mortified because I'm like, did we talk about him on that last episode? Because I'm not trying to sit up in his face as I, you know.
Ain't
And
that the worst? When
I was like,
somebody
I
when
think
you
we're good on this one.
do you know
And then,
when you
and then real quick, and then you know what happened? So I finally wrestled the remote away from him, turned off the TV. This mofo reaches in the couch and pulls out another remote, turn the TV back on.
that's
I'm
dad
like,
level Argent. He's not even platinum and premium. He's now Argent.
I was like, what are
Argent.
you? I was like,
For those of you who don't get that reference, Google Argent. He is Argent level dad. That is a dad level that other dads aspire to. Oh my lord.
so anyway, there you have it. What were you gonna
Isn't that the
say?
most awkward isn't that the most awkward thing when somebody's like, "Oh, I've been listening to you." And you're like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
And you're like,
Hamana.
cuz I be talking mad shit on here.
We
Say
was
that,
talking about you
huh?
talking mad shit.
What?
We were talking about you talking mad shit. Because
What
we're
what he
like,
said?
no, he didn't say. We were just having a conversation. Like, wonder if like family. And I was like, Marissa. Every once in a while, someone will be like, "I saw the podcast," and she turns red because it's like,
I be talking way too much.
I know.
Way too much.
Like I want my family to listen because I want the numbers, but I don't want them to watch or listen. Just subscribe. So I subscribed my dad on the show, and then people gotta watch it ever. You know what I mean? If there's something I want him to watch, I'll send him the clip,
Oh my word.
or he can just watch the clips because that's the most. That's where we have. I think we're almost at 1.5 million people right now. So subscribe, not subscribers. Views, not people.
Lookers.
Yeah. Look at here, look at here.
Look
Um,
here.
So let's talk real quick about artists that have never
Yes.
received a
Yes.
Grammy.
Yes.
I'm gonna just
And
say off the bat, the one who stood out to me the most, just on a personal note, because I'm like, this person is super iconic, has a storied career that's, I mean, if you was making hits when shit was black and white, and you was making hits when shit was color,
who is
and
this?
you was a legend, and you went and birthed children who, you know, well known. There's a issue. Diana
Who's
Ross.
this?
Diana Ross.
Miss Ross?
How she don't have a Grammy?
Miss Ross? Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that.
But Renee Zellweger might.
Right. Rachel Maddow about to get,
Like these categories. What?
but yeah, Diana Ross. It was kind of weird. What about you? Anybody that you know you think of that was like, wow.
1,000 people. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
Do you want to share your screen or can I just start rattling off
No,
some
just start
names?
rattling off. I'm not gonna share.
Hold up. I gotta look at the list again. So, pew, pew, pew. Artists who have not won Grammys. You sent me this list, and I was mortified to find out that half these people don't have Grammys. Okay, Journey.
But who stands out? One artist that can you think of one artist before we go into like, you know, other artists?
Queen.
Yeah,
Queen. Queen.
that's pretty big. That's significant. Like I don't.
Even a posthumous Grammy to the notorious B.I.G., who's still being referenced constantly,
But
and Tupac.
Queen to me is even like Biggie. You know, you can be like, well, he only had 2 albums and died, you know, before the second one came out.
Okay,
But with
but
Queen, it's like they're
Queen
still like they still perform without their lead singer. That's how.
and the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, the great. I mean, but you know, the Grateful Dead, you know, strummed along so that Dave Matthews Band could collect a Grammy. Didn't Dave Matthews? I think Dave Matthews Band has a Grammy.
I think he does too.
They
Ugh.
like it's kind of. I feel bad for the other members, but it's like when the band's named after one person, it's like Bon Jovi. It's like,
Oh, um, let me see who else. Oh, Guns N' Roses.
see, I'm not too.
Janis Joplin.
Janis
Janis
Joplin's big to
Joplin.
me. Guns N' Roses, not so much. I mean,
Take it. Take every little piece of my heart now. Bob Marley.
yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty significant. Snoop Dogg is pretty significant for me.
Jimi Hendrix.
See, the problem with some of the artists when they died super young,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's difficult. But
I
like
see what you're
artists,
saying with that. Yeah.
huh? But artists
I
that have
see.
like a very long career, like I
The,
said, like Snoop Dogg, you know, Nas, like we're talking. If you have at least 20 years in the game, but if you have
what
if you have like five a good 5 solid years, then I mean I'm not really gonna cry for
the
you.
list that you found, and it was number one on the list that I was completely again shocked with, was ABBA.
Yeah,
ABBA.
that's. I mean, they made a damn musical on Broadway.
But they're such a good group. I just don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I don't know. It's weird.
But Queen,
Yeah,
Queen, Janis
Queen.
Joplin.
Those are two really big for me, in my opinion, big, significant, and like you said before, Journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, the list goes on and on. I mean,
Oh yeah.
with the list, I don't have. I mean, the list was relegated to only a few people, but
But that list also had Sia on it, which does
right,
she need one right now? She got
right.
time.
Like that's
Nicki
somebody.
Minaj is on there.
That's what I'm saying. Artists that are just like,
They even put Katy Perry on there.
yeah, I don't
Go Kiss a Girl and liked it.
like. I don't think she. There's certain people that you're like, okay, whatever. Now,
Yeah.
what about well, there's a lot of flack about the best new artists. nominees.
Oh, I gotta look at the nominees. Give me 1 second.
So the one that stands out for me, I just can't remember what year it was. Uh, I'd have to look through the list,
Mm-hmm.
but I think for the most part, many of the artists are, you know, kind of well deserved. But there
Right.
have been some where I'm like, you know, obviously some of the newer ones, you got to see what they're gonna do. You know,
See, that's the thing that kills me with the best new artist. It's almost like there's so much packaging that goes in a lot of these artists. Is that fair to pit them against somebody? I don't know.
like the Esperanza Spalding, she won in 2011. She was nominated against Drake, Florence and the Machine, Justin Bieber, Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and
I don't
Son.
even know like a song that she's done. I
I
don't
don't
even
even
know
know
why
who that is.
Mumford and Sons was nominated, to be honest, either.
Yeah.
But why did how she win? You know,
They must have really liked something.
right? So
I feel like that's not a cat. I'd rather take that category out and put something else in.
no, I'm okay with the category. I'm just not okay with. I don't know. I
Like,
just
didn't Christina Aguilera win Best New Artist?
yeah, she won best. I felt like that was deserved.
Really? Okay.
I think that was deserved because she went on to have a lot of. She went on to have lots of hits, and she's still well known.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, it's like
Yeah.
when you and who was she nominated? Let me see who she was nominated against. That who
It's
like
it's
okay,
crazy.
let's play that game. Let's play that game. Who got a
Okay.
gun?
Okay.
If not
Okay.
if not Christina Aguilera, so she was not nominated against Britney Spears, Kid Rock, Macy Gray, and Susan Tedeschi. If not Christina Aguilera, who got who,
Macy Gray.
you would have gave that to Macy Gray?
I feel like she's very underrated. I love Macy Gray.
Okay. Okay.
Who? What about you?
We gonna fight, okay?
So put them up. Who would you? Who would you?
No, I would have
You.
kept Christina Aguilera.
Okay. Okay. Definitely not Britney Spears. I'll tell you that much.
So let's go to Paula Cole from 1998. She won.
Okay.
She was nominated against Erica Badu. Whoops, I miss. She was nominated Erica Badu, Fiona Apple, Hanson, and Puff Daddy.
Erica Badu, hands down.
Really?
Yes. Miss Badu?
No, I
Yes,
that
for
was a
sure.
tough category. I don't know how Paula Cole pulled that out because I would have gave it to. It would have been a toss up between Erica Badu and Fiona Apple because Fiona
Fiona
Apple,
Apple?
yeah, because still like she's not as big as she used to be, but she still you know she does songs for TV shows and shit. Like isn't she the theme song for Big Little Lies?
Oh.
And then
You
that
know,
song
you know,
the
I
affair.
guess I'm salty about her because didn't she get discovered because she was babysitting a music exec and she gave them her demo?
Look, we all got to be hustlers.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right, you're right, you're right. You're right.
They got a picture of this woman, and it's not Tony Braxton, but they said it was Tony Braxton.
Oh
So
Lord.
I don't know who this woman. It looked more like Taraji P Henson, but okay. Um. So then, okay. So we'll go to even. Let's look at last year.
Okay.
Um. It was actually. I don't know if it was this year actually, or was it last year? I'm not sure. I have to look and see the nominees because I'm not sure. Like, do they consider 2020, 2021 really?
Isn't it part of 2019 to 2020?
Yeah, like I don't know if they just yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you get the award in 2021.
Oh, I don't know.
So I'm not sure if like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But trying to see I'm trying to look for the best new artist. I can't remember who the nominees are.
For this year?
Yeah. Do you have the
Oh.
list there?
I think it is Best New Artist. Okay. Billie Eilish,
Are you looking at the list I sent you? Because I don't know if that's 2020 from last year or 2021.
Oh,
You know
all
what I'm
right. I'm gonna
saying?
look at the. I'm looking at the list you sent me. Hold on.
Yeah. But so the list that I sent y'all while you look it up, I'm gonna um I'm gonna say the 2020 was the Billie Eilish, Black Pumas, Lil Nas X, Lizzo, Maggie Rogers, Rosalie, Tank, and the Bangers and Yola. I only know like three of those people.
Yeah, I. Okay.
I
Do you
think
ever
it's last
feel?
year because Lizzo was like that was last year, right? She was hot.
I don't know.
Yeah, like
You ever
she
get embarrassed because you're like, who is this?
all the time. I think that was yeah, I think that was like 2020 is considered last year's awards and 2021 is next year because you get you get the um you get the award in 2021. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have the list here. The best
Thank you. Ugh.
artist nominees are oh yeah, I did see this list. Ingrid Andres. I don't know who she is. Um let's see. Phoebe Bridgers, Chica, Noah Cyrus, D Smoke, Doja Cat, K-Tronda, Megan Thee Stallion, and that's it.
I'm an old lady.
I am an old girl. As
I'm
I'm
an
reading
old.
it, I'm like, am I
I'm an
saying it
old.
right?
I only know about three of them people. I'm an old ass lady.
Homie, we old. We so old.
We don't even know who the new artist is. Oh.
I recognize like two people,
Wait,
three.
Noah Cyrus,
I know. I
Megan Thee
know.
Stallion, Doja Cat.
Oh, okay, I know four. And Chica, I know
Who's
her.
that?
She's a rapper who got her start. Like she used to post on Instagram like videos of herself freestyling, and then people would follow her, and then she ended up getting an album. But I don't know if that. I mean, it's cool and everything, but best new artist. Like I feel like true recognition. Like everybody should know who that person is. And let's be real. Like
Noah
Megan Thee
Cyrus?
Stallion is cool and everything, but are we gonna be like bumping Megan Thee Stallion in 10 years?
Lick it, baby. Do it, baby. Maybe. I will.
Well, shoot.
Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. Oh, it'd be like that old broad who keeps trying to stay young, posting nude.
Oh my god, I can't. I don't
I'm
know.
not
It's
gonna
just
say who it is, but it's
this shit is crazy. I don't know. All I can say though is that um people that are like upset that their artist, their favorite artist was not nominated, whereas
yeah.
people like are we supposed to like boycott Beyonce because The Weeknd was not nominated?
No, Beyonce?
I mean, people are
Never.
mad because Chris Brown and Brandy didn't get nominations. It sucks, but you know what I say? Tomorrow night is the Soul Train Awards.
The real awards.
Prayers. Okay. Tune it in to BET. Watch Tashina Arnold and Tisha Campbell host the 2020
Okay, first of all,
Soul
you know
Train.
how they always redo some sort of like video remix, whatever. We already know Megan Thee Stallion's gonna be what part of it. What
Right.
else do you think that they're gonna do?
I'm a full disclosure. I'm pro black and everything, but I ain't seen that show in a decade at
I'm,
least.
I'm gonna be watching though. I feel like they
I
need
seen
numbers.
clips. I seen clips, but I can't. Most of the people I don't know. I'm too old for this.
Uh,
And then they'd be like, "Do you like that song by Roddy Ricch?" And I'm like,
who?
and then I got to Google it, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I
Feel,
like that song," but I
feel
didn't
like
know. You know,
I don't know who sang it.
it's like, damn, thoughts and prayers to Pop Smoke. I didn't know he died. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
I'm not,
Oh my god.
you know, this is 40-year-old girl talk. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's look at a 401k and a SEP account.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's like crazy. I say what you want to say. I like what I like. I like CDs and, the old lady, and
I'm an old lady.
we'll keep it at that.
And that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, I do want to make a transition, if this is the way you do it, to
Sue.
something that I would like to call
It's time for Tamika's thoughts.
Holler. So, a few weeks back, I saw a picture on social media of Diddy with his new girlfriend. The woman in question was the former girlfriend of Brian Austin Green, from the 90210 fame and beefing with his baby mamas. What's his mother's name? His baby's mom?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox and Vanessa Marcel.
And
Anyway.
he also was just eliminated from The Masked Singer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was on there. Yeah. All right. So anyway, the woman in question was the former girlfriend of Brian Austin Green. Her name's Tina Louise. No, not the same Tina Louise from Gilligan's Island. Yes, I'm dating myself yet again. But anyway, I'm talking about Tina Louise, the Instagram model. Google her after I finish talking if you'd like. To give you a quick rundown, she's a heavily tattooed 39-year-old Australian Instagram model. Now, why does this all matter? Well, she's white. And because of that, I found myself pondering whether or not you could be pro your race while dating outside of it. You see, over the past few years, Diddy has been going hard proclaiming that Black people need to be on the pro-Black bandwagon. From using our political power to advance a pro-Black agenda, to speaking out against the Grammys for their lack of Black representation, to the need for Black folks to support each other's business and creative endeavors. Oddly enough, he spouts this from behind a camera that has cropped out his white fashion stylist, his white personal assistant, and his white girlfriend. Now, don't get me wrong, I love me some white folk. I just find it to be super hypocritical to implore Black people to latch on to Black excellence while not doing it yourself. This is an indictment. This is not an indictment on Diddy. I actually admire his business acumen. The pro-Black rhetoric that fails to align with their own private life isn't only relegated to him. Take a look at billionaire Robert Smith. He married a 36-year-old former Playboy cover model named Hope Durachik. From his historic gift of paid tuition to the 2019 graduating class of Morehouse University, 50 million grant to the Student Initiative, which tackles the sky-high debts of HBCU graduates, his $20 million donation to the Smithsonian's African American Museum, and most recently, his commitment to invest in Black-owned businesses, especially hit hard by the pandemic. It makes me wonder again, can you be pro your race while dating outside of it? Smith's social media accounts are filled with posts celebrating the contributions of Black people from past to the present. Can we take him seriously, though, and add his word if he lives life differently in private? These are circumstances I grapple with from time to time. At the end of the day, does any of this really matter, or are people like Robert and Diddy actually helping? In the words of Melania Trump, I don't really care, do you? And this has been Tamika's Thoughts. Marissa, that's all I got. But before I leave, I just want to give my condolences to you and your family and let you know that you're in my prayers. I love you and keep your head up. Where can they catch us?
Yep, yeah, yes, 18 on Instagram and Twitter. The Yep, yeah, yes podcast on Facebook. Any streaming device that you own, please go to that streaming device and say, said device, please stream the podcast, the Yep, yeah, yes podcast. Subscribe. That's all I'm going to say. Subscribe. You ain't got to listen. I just need you to subscribe. That's it.
That's it. And join the contest. The contest.
Who gonna win today?
Nobody has entered yet, but hopefully, with some time, we'll give away a nice gift and go today. Anyway, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Marissa,
I love you.
I'll see you next week. Love you. Mean it.
Love you. Mean it.
Bye.
Bye.